Welcome students, welcome to the second part of my video topic Marathas, the protector of nations. Now we have seen in the first part how the Marathas dominated North. As we all know, they defeated Rohilas, in Rohilkhand in 18th century, and they established their power. Then there was a continuous tussle between the Marathas and the Abdalis. My dear students, we saw though Abdali had army which was stronger than Marathas, they had modern artilleries, but yet Marathas did not give up. They fought bravely. We saw that Marathas, after defeating the Afghans, collected Chauthai, 1/4 of the income from the territory of Punjab, Multan, Rajput, Sindh, and Rohilkhand, and Subedari of Ajmer and Agra. Later on, we saw Raghunath Rao, the brother of Peshwa Nana Sahib, accompanied Jayappa Shinde and Malala Holkar, undertook the campaign in the north. They fought bravely with the Abdali and they made Abdali go back. Then we also saw the Marathas at Attock fought bravely with the Abdali's officers, and they made the Abdali's officers move back to their own country. Then we saw Dattaji with his valor. He fought bravely with Najib Khan. Najib Khan invaded Abdali, and Dattaji and Abdali confronted at the Battle of Buradi Ghat on the banks of Yamuna. Then we saw Sadashiv Bhavrao. Sadashiv Bhavrao, eldest son of Vishwas Rao, was sent to north. Sadashiv Rao Bhav was Shimaji Appa's son. He had with him a huge army and he fought bravely with the Abdali. Then we saw the Battle of Panipat. In the Battle of Panipat, the young generation of the Marathas, they were killed. But Marathas, because of their broad perspective, they did not give up. It was the moral right of the Marathas to fight against Abdali and to send them back to their own country, because they strongly believed that they had a broad perspective that India is for Indians. Now, my dear students, now we will see what did Sadashiv Rao Bhav do. Now, Sadashiv Rao Bhav explained the broad perspective, all inclusive the viewpoint of the Marathas in correspondence with the rulers in the north, saying that they were all the native of the land and the Abdali was an enemy from the foreign country. But the rulers in the north did not respond favorably to him and took a neutral attitude. Naturally, Marathas had to shoulder the responsibility of protecting India. We saw the Marathas were first in our history to realize that India was one country. It was necessary for all to lend support to the king irrespective of religion. Now we will see Peshwa Mahadabra. After the death of Peshwa Nana Sahib, his son Mahadabra succeeded him to the office as Peshwa Mahadabra. Peshwa Mahadabra kept Nizam and Hyder Ali at bay. He established supremacy of Marathas in the north again. After the defeat of the Marathas at the Panipat, Nizam once again resumed anti-Maratha activities. He invaded Maratha territories. Mahadabra defeated Nizam at Raksha Bhavan near Python. Hyder Ali and Sultan of Mysore, taking advantage of Marathas' defeat at Panipat, Hyder Ali attacked the territory in Karnataka. The Marathas defeated Hyder in the Battle of Motitala near Srirangapatnam. He then agreed to cede the region of river Tungabhadra to the Marathas. Peshwa Mahadabra died in 1772 CE. In the history of Maratha, he described as a honest, hard-working, determined administrator, just like his father, Peshwa Nana Sahib. Now, my dear students, we could also see he was keen in public welfare. The death of his capable Peshwa was an irreparable loss to the Maratha state. Now we will see what did Peshwa Mahadabra provided to the people for the welfare of the people. He has dug many wells in Pune and increased the water supply. As an administrator like Nana Fadnavis and a judge like Ram Shastri emerged under his rule. He reformed the judiciary for better justice to the common people. He started artillery, ammunition factories. He also established a mint to make coins. The two Peshwas who succeeded Peshwa Mahadabra, namely Narayan Rao and Savai Mahadabra, did not live long. During that term, Peshwa was in the grip of family feuds. Raghunath Rao once raised the Maratha standard at Attock, sought the shelter with British to satisfy his greed for power. This led to the war between the Marathas and the British. Hyder Ali died in 1782. After him, his son Tipu Sultan became the Sultan of Mysore. He was a skilled warrior and a scholar and a poet. He used his competence to increase the might of his kingdom. He established in contact with French, shook the foundation of the British supremacy. He died in 1799 CE in the battle against the British. Now, my dear students, we will see how the Maratha might decreased, how the Marathas' prestige decreased. Now, it was a question. Since they were fighting with Nizam, since they were fighting with Hyder Ali, how their position became, or how their position suffered. Now the Marathas' prestige in the north had suffered a setback because of debacle at Panipat. Madhavrao dispatched Mahaji Shinde, Tukoji Holkar, Ramchandra Kanade and Bisaji Pant to re-establish the Maratha rule in the north. The Maratha army defeated Jats, Rohilas and Rajputs. The Maharashtra restored Emperor Shah Alam to the throne of Delhi under their own protection. The Maratha power was revived in the north. Now, my dear students, we will see the Marathas suffered a heavy loss in the Battle of Panipat. This loss was, I will say, irreparable because they lost their young generation, their young soldiers in this battle. Abdali also suffered losses. He did not benefit financially in this battle, the Battle of Panipat. In fact, Abdali or his descendants did not even bother to come back to India for the war. They realized that the Marathas had strength, they had capacity to control the anarchy in the north. They expressed their wish that Marathas should protect the empire. They sent messengers to Pune to establish cordial relation. It is important to note that the Marathas overcome the great defeat of Panipat and successfully revived the supremacy in the politics of North. Malavrao Holkar, Ahilyabai Holkar, Mahatma Shinde had a lion's share in all this. Now we could see, my dear students, that the Marathas, they not only restricted themselves in the territory of the provinces of Maharashtra, but they were considered as a protector of nation. As it is rightly said, we have seen in the expansion of the Maratha power, where they said they had a broad perspective. They had a broad perspective of saying that, India belongs to the Indians, not to the foreigners. Thus, I conclude this lesson. Students, if you are a new viewer, kindly subscribe it. If your friends are not aware of this channel, kindly give the awareness and do subscribe it, like it, and also share it. I wish you all the best for your final exam. May God bless you.